Hello and welcome to Sobricks. I'm Adam and this is Sobricks. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the relatively new collectible minifigures, the Lego Dungeons and Dragons CMF. This is set number 71047. They have one collectible minifigure in each box, and I paid $5 each for these. There's 12 in the series to collect. I have 6 here in front of me, and in this video I'm going to kind of open these up and put the figure together and give kind of my initial thoughts on them and kind of a close-up look, and then we'll go from there, and hopefully we don't double up on anything here. So I've done different CMF videos in the past. I always enjoy doing them. I like Dungeons and Dragons a lot. I haven't played that much. I liked the movie actually a good amount. I was in a campaign a little while back, which was my first time. I didn't start playing until I was older, and we didn't finish the campaign, but I had fun while I was doing it, a lot of fun. And then Baldur's Gate 3 was a game that I really enjoyed, even though I haven't finished that either. Had a ton of fun with it, so I'm excited about these. I haven't looked at the bigger, like, Dungeons and Dragons set. I think it was technically in Ideas, but I don't remember specifically, but I am really interested in seeing that one as well. But for now we'll just get into this. So hopefully I know all the names here. Okay, and then we'll have our little booklet that'll show them all. And ooh, nice. So this one, I believe, has a name, and ooh, this is cool. Awesome. Okay, so this first one we have here is Zast Tam. It's like Zastam. This looks to me kind of to be like a warlock, necromancer, kind of something or other. They are like a named character there, so that's really cool. And for accessories, they have this, which is like a translucent minifigure head with kind of the skeleton face on there. That's really, really cool. And then we have kind of this orange blast element there. Looking at the figure, we have kind of a skeletal face, or kind of almost a zombie-like face. I don't know exactly what tone the skin is there. They do have like extra markings kind of on their forehead, deep set eyes, kind of a furrowed brow there, some wrinkle lines and stuff like that. Don't have an alternate face, but we do have kind of more markings on the back of the head. Torso is very cool. They're kind of wearing a robe, and then underneath we see kind of the exposed rib cage there, kind of like their skeleton and stuff like that. Nice gold details there, and kind of curly cues going on the side. Nothing on the arms, no midsection because it is a skirt piece there, and the printing for the skirt is really nice. And then we have the gold down on the bottom. I also think it's interesting to note the tile for standing these up has the printing on there with the kind of stonework or whatever, which is pretty cool to see. They don't often do kind of new tiles like this. For the Disney 100 they did, for the Batman movie series 2 they did, for the recent space one they did, and I think those are it, but cool to see that they did something different for this one. And then looking at the back, again, on the back of the skirt, really happy to see, or the dress, the robe, really happy to see the printing down there as well as the lines going up. Also a little bit of printing back there. I think this is really cool. It's spooky, and I'm assuming it's maybe kind of a baddie or something, but I don't know specifically. Oh, it's hard for me to see the printing on this. Yeah, that's tough. Maybe it's just my lighting situation, but seeing where the printing is on that, I can see it a little bit better on camera, but that's okay. So this is Zast Tam. Yeah, this is Cool. Oh, you know what? I completely forgot. They have a cloth element here, and maybe two of them. So that is a huge oversight. Let me get that on here. We have a 2-hole cape here, which will definitely add a lot of character to this character. And then we also have kind of the collar here, which will stick up again with 2 holes. So let's see if I can get that on there appropriately without bending it, making it weird. Let me see here. Okay, now they have kind of this cape and the collar like popping up like that, which does add a bit. I was maybe thinking it was a little bit plain. I think the cloth elements do add a good amount here, so that's nice. I'm sorry I forgot that, but we'll set them there and we'll take a look at what else we have to expect. I'll also go ahead and cross this off, so we have a few more, and we'll move on to the next one here. Okay, I have a feeling I know what kind of character this is. I don't know if they have a name. Let's see here. Oh, wow. Cool. How does this go on here? Dang, this is really cool. I like that a lot. So this is the elf bard, and I could tell it was a bard because of their instrument. I don't know if this is a lute or what it is. Of course, we have the standing plate there with the printing again. So this is an elf bard. As accessories, they do have this, I don't know, string instrument. Really nice detail on there. The printing on there is very cool. Happy to see that, so that's very nice. They also have a gold sort of short sword, dagger kind of thing here. You do get an extra one of those. Looking at the head, so the hairpiece is dual molded with the ears. So elves might have ears sticking out, or pointed ears a little bit, so that's dual molded with the hair. We can see on the inside like that. And then we have one of the faces here. This does have an alternate face, maybe they are singing, and then this came with another head which appears to be slightly different presenting. One might be more feminine and one might be more masculine. I think that's such a great idea for Lego to do, and for a lot of characters I think that's a good idea. And I really like being able to make this elf present as anywhere on that spectrum, and I think it's just a nice like quality of life thing that they don't always do. So we have like one face there for the other one, and maybe a singing face there or a screaming face there. Again, maybe one's slightly more masculine presenting and one's slightly more feminine presenting. I think that's terrific. I did not expect that, but that's really, really cool. And then besides that, they do have this nice scarf element here, kind of goes around the back. It might also be kind of a hood, but it's like folded down. I'll pop that off, and maybe I'll put on the other head just so we can see how it gets framed up by the hair piece there. Yeah, that's terrific. I mean, and this could be, I don't know what sort of person character this is just by switching the heads. It doesn't really matter to me. Looking at the torso, they have sort of a vest with nice gold detail there, kind of that sand blue, little bit of ties or string up at the collar, nothing on the arms. We do have some printing on the midsection here a little bit. And then on the legs, they're dual molded legs with some printing. So over on the side, little patch there. This looks like they have like a pouch or something to carry gold or other items. And then the legs are dual molded. We can see from the back or the side. And then they have all the printing in the front to kind of make that a little more seamless with kind of the pants, shorts, and then maybe some boots or something like that. So very cool. Looking at the back of the torso, pretty basic, but some really nice fine line gold detailing on the back of the vest there, which is very cool. So I think this is a great figure. I'm super pleased that Lego went ahead and added, you know, alternate faces and a whole extra minifigure head here, so that people can have this elf bard be, you know, whatever they want it to be here. I think that's very, very smart and inclusive and cool. So big fan of that. Big fan of that. And we will mark that off and go on to the next one here. Okay, so this appears to be oh, awesome, 2 minifigure heads again. Very nice. So maybe for this one, I'll put on this head. Awesome. I think this might be a relatively new accessory element here, which is cool to see. And then we have this. I wonder if this was made special. So very cool. This is a gith warlock. Now gith is short, I think, for Githyanki, and this is really great. They're kind of like aliens in the D&D lore, I believe, but they can ride dragons, I think, and they are pretty powerful and aggressive and cool. I like them, and but they also faced some prejudice, at least in Baldur's Gate 3. So they have a staff here with the eyeball, the printed eyeball piece there. Super cool. They have this really short kind of dagger or blade here with the interesting shape, kind of in that gunmetal gray color there. You get an extra one of those. Up at the head, again, this is another character with kind of pointy ears here, but they're a different color. They're kind of more green instead of somewhat pale tan, I guess. So that is a dual molded hairpiece. You can see inside there has kind of a bun on the back or a little something. Really nice hairpiece. And then for the face, they again have some like face markings. A little bit hard to see here right now, but we have one face there. We have an alternate face there, which is the Gith Warlock in a much cheerier mood. And again, we have an alternate face. So again, maybe this one that's on the minifigure is maybe more feminine presenting, and the one in my hand is maybe more masculine presenting. But again, it's kind of, it could go either way. This one does have some facial hair on it, which again doesn't necessarily mean anything in Dungeons and Dragons. The facial markings are a little bit different. I think that's again very cool. I have this as kind of the more feminine presenting one because there's a character in Baldur's Gate 3 named Lae'zel, I believe is how I would pronounce it, and I liked them, I suppose. They could be your companion or not. We do have the pauldrons or the shoulder pads there with kind of some spikes. Torso is awesome here. Has a kind of amulet necklace sort of thing, which looks like it has an eyeball, kind of similar to the one on the staff. And then they have this kind of nice coat there with some really cool, hard to see like spiral designs on it. The contrast is pretty light, so it's kind of hard to see those, but that's great. And then nothing on the arms. Looking at the bottom of the torso, we kind of have a different maybe belt or something going on there, or just it's a the undershirt or something like that. We do have printing on the midsection, which is wonderful. Dual molded legs with printing on the legs. So we have kind of a moon and stuff over here. I don't know if these are some runes or glyphs or something like that. And then we can see the dual molded with the printing to kind of get that little like point there as well. Looking at the back, we maybe have a few potions on the back in the belt line, and a key over here, as well as the back of the amulet necklace there, and still the spiral swirl design. So again, terrific character, nicely designed. I'm surprised. I hope some of these have arm printing. Maybe not. Well, at least one does, but that's okay. I'm very happy to get extra of the heads to be able to, customize these characters to a certain extent. And then again, extra pieces for that one are the hilt used for the staff, the shoulder pads, and the kind of special new blade there. So very cool. Kind of move these extra pieces off over here, mark that down, and on to the next one. Let's see, cape. Okay, oh, this is one I'm very, very excited about. Okay, so this is great. Let me get this together, and then we'll see what we have here. So very, very cool. And this is a character called the Lady of Pain. So that is interesting. And again, I forgot the cloth piece. So let me get that on there, because this one looks pretty unique. Not 100% unique. I maybe have seen something like this done. I'm thinking of the Calendar Man kind of had something like this. I think Ronin from the Marvel Universe also had something like this. Oh, cool. Okay, so this is the Lady of Pain. Very, very cool. So the headpiece here is actually kind of just a helmet thing that goes over a minifigure head. The minifigure head underneath is just blank. It's just a black head there. And this is dual molded and then has printing for the face kind of on there. And this is all made of that like kind of rubbery, flexible plastic there, which is cool. It has this really interesting texture, and I think that works really, really well. I like that a lot. As an accessory, they have a I don't know what this is, but it's got a printed tile with a mountain, some gold, some very small detail on that. It's just a 1x1 tile on a 1x1 plate. And that's, a tablet, a glyph rune, something that, what are they called, that can cast a scroll maybe, or something like that. But that's very, very cool. Looking at the torso, we have this awesome kind of almost like scaly looking kind of stuff. Almost looks like some armor too, some gold, some nice colors. I'm not sure what's outlining some of the gold here. Almost looks like kind of a sand blue or something there. Really nice details kind of on the sides, and then even in between these diagonal lines there's even more detail on them. So that looks terrific in person. No midsection for this one because it's on the dress or skirt or robe piece there, and a ton of printing on the bottom there, which it lines up really, really well. Feels very, very cool. And then looking at the back, we have this awesome cape piece, cloth piece here that has kind of different strands going around, which feels very nice. Back of the torso and the back of the skirt are pretty similar to the front, so you can kind of see those lines, as well as the kind of armor or stuff going around up at the neckline. And then this character has this round brick here to kind of make them look like they're maybe hovering or flying, levitating a little bit there, which is terrific. I like this a lot. I like the name. This is a character maybe similar to like Zast Tam that I don't necessarily know from the lore or from the books or anything like that. It might be a deity of some kind, but I'm not familiar with kind of what their deal is. I just think they look really cool, and they're called the Lady of Pain, and that is neat to me. And the production works great. Again, no arm printing, so we will keep moving on. There's still many more that I'm excited to see. All right, this is definitely one of them, and let me see here what I can find. Ooh, wow. Okay, yeah, this one does have arm printing, which is great. These are another kind of type of being in the D&D world that is in Baldur's Gate and is very, very cool. This one is a tiefling. Now they, I believe, are sort of like they have sort of a demon quality to them, just based in the lore. That's sort of what they look like as well, but nothing connected to any sort of faith that exists outside of the world of Dungeons and Dragons. But this is really, really cool. We do have the awesome little dragon character here, this dragon sprite. I think that's a new thing, which is really, really great. So they have that. We have this kind of awesome lightning burst thing. Oh, and sorry, this is a tiefling sorcerer. So they have the dragon, and then they're maybe casting some spells, doing some magic over here. I think this is relatively new too. It's not something I see too often. Looking at the hairpiece, this is dual molded again. You can see on the inside there, and it has kind of the hair coming around, a little bit of a ponytail bun on the back, as well as the horns kind of curving up, which is great. Character has kind of orangish, reddish skin tone, and has some kind of definition for their cheekbones and everything there. Again, this is one that has a kind of more feminine presenting face, and we have an alternate face with more aggressive look, and then we have a more masculine looking face here, and another different alternate face for that as well. So such a huge fan of that. That's really, really terrific to me. Looking at the torso, again, they kind of have this robe deal going on here, some gold up around the neck, nice kind of curvature for that lighter blue and how it comes down to that like buckle area there, darker blue kind of behind that with just some detail kind of lines. We do have printing on the arms, a little bit of gold detail up at the shoulders as well as on the cuff, same on the other side, but the cuff is not the same. So maybe they are wearing an enchanted bracelet or something like that, or something around their arm or hand that makes it look a little bit different. We do have printing on the midsection, all of those little kind of gold dots there. We have dual molded legs with printing on the legs, again kind of some like robe type things coming down here with different buckles, and then sort of the silver or white kind of line between the two and however much they overlap there, but those are dual molded. We also have a tail for this character because they do have a tail, matches the skin tone well, and we have the back of their clothing here with the back of that kind of necklace thing, and then kind of the similar stuff with the cloth coming down into a buckle and tying around the waist there. Some great accessories for this one: detailed printing, dual molded legs with printing, arms with printing, dual molded headpiece, dual molded hairpiece rather, alternate minifigure head with alternate faces. That is just top notch to me. That is very, very cool. And I think they are doing these types of characters justice here. I really think these are pretty outstanding so far. So that is terrific. And then in this video, we're going to open one more, hopefully no duplicates. And let's see here, another one with a cape. Okay. And this, all right. So believe we know what this character is here. And let me get them all together. So unique, a lot of new elements here. I don't know how much of these elements were maybe present in the in the full Dungeons and Dragons set. It may be that a lot of these pieces were made for that initially, and so they didn't have to make like new molds, and that could be, but at least for me, some of them are new to me, so that is awesome. And got some extra pieces for that one. This one is a halfling druid, and can't believe it, again, I forgot the cloth. So halflings are similar to, I would say, kind of like a hobbit from the Lord of the Rings thing. They're different than a, what do they, I think there's maybe dwarves and gnomes. Halflings are a little bit different, and then a druid is a certain type of character that's maybe more interested in kind of nature and stuff like that. In the movie, there was I think a druid who like would turn into animals as part of their magic and different stuff of that nature. So we have a halfling druid here. They have kind of this nature inspired staff or wand or whatever. It's pretty big, but we have nice leaves, flower up there. Over here we have a bird, so it's the little bird piece, but the printing on there is nice. I don't know if I see this with the kind of little printing, or at least this pattern on it, very often. And then we can look at this halfling druid. So again, dual molded headpiece, or kind of for the element here for the hood, as well as kind of these antlers sticking up. This is awesome, super well produced. You can kind of see the tan coming through to know that it's dual molded. Wraps around here, so that's great. We have one of the minifigure heads, kind of has like mutton chops looking there. This is the more masculine presenting one. They have the alternate face. They also have this one, which I would say is kind of the more feminine presenting alternate face for that one as well. I do have the cloth piece. It's a smaller cape, kind of like frayed here, or like a cloak or something. That looks really great. Torso is awesome, has like muted kind of earthy tones, kind of these like claw necklace or teeth necklace there, a crossbody satchel, some feathers, a little belt buckle, different pouches there. No midsection because this is on the shortest legs, and then these legs are dual molded, so you kind of get the boot or the shoe or whatever there, and not printing on the legs, but that's okay. No printing on the arms. Looking at the back of the torso, this cloth is pretty small and pretty firm, stiff, I would say. And is it double? It might be like double layered, so like I might have it even on the back way. Let's see here, because sometimes they do these kind of capes that have kind of one color that's on the inside and one color that's kind of on the outside. So that's maybe part of the reason why it's a little stiffer, a little thicker. So we have kind of this color here, which is different from the color on the back there. And I think that's how it's supposed to be. So that's very, very good. And then yes, on the back, crossbody strap, another maybe feather or leaf, another extra pouch back there. Very, very cool. Great to get the alternate headpiece, alternate faces, and nice representation of the druid. So a halfling druid there. We did get a couple extra pieces for that one. Again, the flower and a hollow stud. And that is 6 out of the possible 12. And we still have some great ones to look at here. So I'm really excited. Hopefully I can get more unique ones. We still have some interesting characters here. The Mind Flayer I'm super interested in. The Dragonborn I'm really interested in. The Witch, the kind of vampire looking character. The Ranger character, which reminds me a little bit of Legends of Chima, but also not really. But I'm excited to see that, as well as this maybe Barbarian or something here. So we have a lot to look forward yet. I think the Mind Flayer is up there on the list for me, even though it looks to be kind of one of the more basic ones. It's just such a interesting, weird looking thing that I'm excited about. The Dragonborn, I think Paladin, is really interesting to me as well. I kind of want to see what that armor torso thing is looking like, as well as the headpiece there. Out of the ones we opened today, I mean, I like them all. I love them all, frankly. I think my favorite are probably the Tiefling and Lady of Pain, but they're all very, very close behind. I have I played a Tiefling in Baldur's Gate, and I played a Tiefling sorcerer, I believe, which is what this character is supposed to be here. So I have sort of a bias towards that in terms of what I like out of these, but these are all really, really great. I'm a big fan, and I can't wait to open up more of these. Value-wise, I think they're wonderful, especially because they're throwing in the extra heads. Not for every character. Obviously, Lady of Pain doesn't have one. Zast Tam doesn't have one, and that's okay for those ones. But for the other ones that are slightly more generic, I think it's terrific to include the extra head pieces there. And so that's a huge win in my opinion, and I loved these. These were really, really fun. So terrific, and yeah, I'm looking forward to opening up some more. So that's it. If you liked this video, please click the thumbs up and give it a like. If you like my other videos, click the subscribe button down below so you can stay up to date on all the LEGO videos I'll be doing here in the future, including opening up more of these LEGO collectible minifigures, Dungeons and Dragons, and then tons of other LEGO sets from all different themes, all different shapes, size, price point, piece count, tons of different stuff. So subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming LEGO videos. And then if you wanted to support the channel and support my videos here, you can do that here on YouTube with memberships, supers, and thanks. You could do it on the Patreon, which is linked in the description. You can also buy me a coffee if you go to buymeacoffee.com/sobricks. That's also in the description, or it should be. So maybe consider checking those things out. They're just different ways to financially support the channel, to give money to the channel, which goes back into the channel to buy sets and buy better equipment and spend more time with it and stuff. So every little bit helps, and I appreciate it, but it's not needed and it's not necessary. It just is very helpful. So thank you very much. And with all that said, until next time, thanks. Bye.